Okay, so welcome to yoga again online. So hopefully, won't be too long and we'll be able to meet again in person. Okay, so today we're going to be focusing on the third chakra, Manipura Chakra. Manipura Chakra is the powerhouse of our body. It's our center of power. So I thought with things as they are, we need to focus on the power that we've got inside us and just reclaim our inner power, which is important to feel that you've got that inner power. So let's just, everything we're going to do today is related to Manipura Chakra and to build that fire, because when people say, oh, I've got, when you've got the motivation to get on and do things, and I know we're restricted quite a lot at the moment, but we can still get on and do things that we want to do in the house and, prepare things for the future, or, there's lots of things that we can do at the moment. So building up that inner fire to get you motivated and doing things is really important at the moment, rather than, thinking that you can't do anything. So we're going to start with some chanting, which we haven't been doing in the class because I wasn't too sure whether it was a good idea. So we're going to start off with 5 rounds of the mantra Om, 5 rounds of the Mahamrityunjaya mantra, and 5 rounds of the Gayatri mantra. So let's start by sitting up nice and tall. And just make sure that you can feel your lower limbs supporting your body nice and firm. Feel your sitting bones grounding into the earth. And then lifting up in the spine, making some space between each of the vertebrae. And just making sure that your shoulders are nicely released. So inhaling and just opening up your chest, rounding the shoulders backwards so that you're nicely, so your spine is nicely aligned, but also your chest is open. And just check that your head is nicely balanced on top. And the crown of your head reaching upwards towards the sky. So imagine that you're being grounded into the earth, but also at the same time being drawn up towards the sky, lifting. So your spine is a nice straight spine, almost like a plumb line from the crown of your head into the root chakra, Muladhara chakra. And start to notice your breath. Notice the quality of your breath this morning. Just inhaling and exhaling naturally, allowing the breath to move the body. As you inhale, just allowing the body to move. Notice which parts of the body are moving. And as you exhale, notice how the body contracts back. So inhaling and expanding the body. Noticing which parts of the body moving. And exhaling, contracting back to the center. And then we're going to start chanting 5 rounds of the mantra Om, taking your first breath in. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtivardhanam Uvarukamiva Bandhanat Mritu Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtivardhanam Uvarukamiva Bandhanat Mritu Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtivardhanam Uvarukamiva Bandhanat Mritu Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtivardhanam Uvarukamiva Bandhanat Mritu Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtivardhanam Uvarukamiva Bandhanat Mritu Mukshiyamamritat. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavita Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavita Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavita Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavita Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavita Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Just allowing the body to absorb the mantras for a few moments. And then coming down to lay down in Shavasana on your backs. With your arms by the side of the body. And the legs and feet a little bit apart. So we're going to start to breathe into the abdomen, expanding the abdomen on the in-breath, contracting the abdomen on the out-breath. So Manipura Chakra is the center of vitality, energy and strength and stamina and it's located in the spine, just behind the navel center. So when you're inhaling into the abdomen and exhaling, really squeezing the abdominal muscles so that you're drawing the navel in towards the spine on the exhalation. You're really waking up Manipura Chakra. So inhaling, expanding the abdomen, and on the exhale, drawing the navel back towards the spine. Energizing the body, stimulating Manipura Chakra, the center of our vitality, energy, strength and stamina. So really notice the abdomen expanding and contracting with the breath, using your abdominal muscles to draw the navel in on the exhalation. And then just taking 3 further breaths, expanding and contracting the abdomen with the breath, and just allow your breath to return to a normal, natural pattern. Then when you're ready, you're going to bend your left knee and place the sole of your foot near to your buttocks. So bending the left knee, the right knee is out straight, the arms at the side of the body. So as you inhale, you're going to draw your right knee towards your chest and take hold of your right kneecap. So exhaling, drawing the navel in towards the spine as you draw your knee towards your chest. And then inhaling, releasing your abdominal muscles and just allowing that knee to draw away from your body a little. So exhaling, drawing the knee in towards the chest, drawing the navel back towards the spine, and then inhaling, allowing the arms to straighten and the knee to move away from you a little. So just experiment a little. So as you're drawing the knee in, just wiggle the knee a little bit and see how that feels. And then inhaling, drawing the knee away. So just experiment, see how it feels as you exhale, wiggling the knee in, drawing the navel towards the spine. Just 3 more times, inhaling as the knee moves away from the body, exhaling as you draw the knee in towards the chest, drawing the navel towards the spine. And then when you've completed the right side, just gently lowering the right foot towards the ground and then lengthening the left foot. Well, you lengthen both legs out and then you can just notice the difference. We'll just have a interoceptive pause to notice the difference between the right and the left side of the body. Drawing the navel in towards the spine as you exhale. And then bending the right knee towards, bending the right knee and the right foot towards the buttocks. So on the next inhalation, drawing the left knee towards the chest, take hold of the kneecap. And exhaling, just drawing that knee towards the chest, drawing the spine, drawing the navel towards the spine. And then inhaling, just releasing the knee away a little, straightening the elbow. And then just practice, just have a little play around and see how that wiggling works on the left side. So as you draw your knee in towards your chest, just wiggle a little bit, rocking from side to side as you draw your knee in, drawing the navel back towards the spine at the same time. Inhaling as you straighten the elbows and the knee draws away. Exhaling as you draw the knee in towards the chest, wiggling a little bit as you draw it in, drawing the navel in towards the spine as you exhale. Just working 3 more times. So you're keeping your head is staying on the floor. You're just constantly focusing on drawing the navel towards the spine on the exhalation, drawing the knee in towards the chest as you exhale, wiggling that knee a little bit so that you're moving the pelvis and the body just slightly as you exhale, just a very gentle movement. And then when you've completed this 3 extra breaths, just sliding your feet away from you, lengthening the legs along the mat, and notice how your body feels. Drawing the navel in towards the spine as you breathe out. And then bringing both knees up towards the chest, taking hold of your kneecap. So we're just focusing on drawing the knees in towards the chest as you exhale, and maybe just wiggling the knees a little bit as you bring them in, drawing the navel towards the spine. And then inhaling as you straighten your elbows and the knees moving away. Exhaling, wiggling a little bit as you come in, squeezing the navel towards the spine on the exhale, inhaling as you release the knees, straightening the elbows, and then wiggling a little bit as you bring your knees in, navel towards the spine, and inhaling, straightening the elbows, moving the knees away. So 3 more times. Just a gentle movement from side to side as you draw your knees in, and then inhaling as the knees move away, straightening the elbows. Focusing on drawing the navel towards the spine. Just 3 more times. Very gentle, easeful movement. And then when you've completed the practice, sliding your knees away from you and sliding your heels along the floor, lengthening the legs. Notice how you feel. Notice how your breath feels. Notice how the navel draws back towards the spine as you inhale. Sorry, as you exhale. So navel towards the spine on the exhalation. So then drawing your knees up towards your chest again, both knees, taking hold of the kneecap. And keeping your knees and your ankles together, you're just going to make some very small circles with the knees. Just starting off very small and then gradually increasing the size of the circles. So starting off very, very small circles and gradually getting bigger, and then start making them smaller again. So notice the difference, how that feels on your spine. Notice how your spine feels with the small circles, and as the circles get bigger, notice the changes. So taking hold of the kneecaps if that feels more comfortable. Make sure you don't strain any part of your spine or your back. And then go in the other direction, starting with small circles. And then gradually making bigger circles. And then going back to smaller circles again, just noticing the difference. Maybe you can feel more parts of your back in contact with the floor as you make the circles bigger. And then some parts of your spine may not be touching the floor when you make the circles smaller. Just notice what happens to your body. And then when you've made the circle smaller, coming to stillness. And then placing one foot down and then the other foot down. And then lengthening the legs along the mat. Notice how you feel. Notice how the breath is. And then bending your knees again, but this time placing your feet at the edges of your mat. So bending your knees, placing the feet on the edges of the mat and your arms out at shoulder, out to the sides at shoulder level. So as you exhale, you're going to take your knees towards the right. Exhaling, as you exhale, you're going to draw your navel towards your spine. If it feels okay, you can look in the opposite direction. And then inhaling, bringing the knees back to the center. Exhaling, the knees towards the left. At the same time, focusing on drawing the navel to the spine. Looking in the opposite direction if it feels okay. Inhaling back to the center. So working 4 more rounds, focusing on drawing the navel in towards the spine as you move your legs to the side as you exhale. So you're exhaling, knees to the side, and as you exhale, you're focusing on drawing your navel towards your spine. So you're activating Manipura Chakra. So as you're working, just notice whether you're using your knees to move your body or whether you're using your feet. So just push into your feet and see what the difference is. So maybe if you've already finished, you could just try another round. Just using your feet, pushing into your feet to move your knees, and then try using your abdominal muscles to move your knees. Notice the difference. And then coming to stillness, lengthening your legs away. Bringing your arms back to the sides of the body. Just spending a few moments scanning through the body, noticing any sensations that you can feel. And then turning onto your right side, bringing your knees up towards your chest and bringing your palms together. So we're preparing for the three sides of a square. So arms at shoulder level with your palms together, knees up towards your body. So we're going to work with a variation. You're going to work with very soft arms. And as you inhale, you're just going to slide your left arm, your left palm up your right arm and back again. So you're just going to inhale and slide that left palm a little way up your arm, maybe up to the elbow, and then slide it back as you exhale. So inhaling and exhaling, just sliding that hand a little way up the arm, and then gradually taking that left palm over towards the chest, sliding it back towards palms together, and then inhaling, just sliding a little bit further across the chest, and exhaling, palms back together. And then eventually, as you take your arm across your chest, you can open out and then exhale, bringing your palm across your chest again, sliding it down, your arm, palms back together. So you're just very gently, just very softly moving your, you can still see me, yes. Just sliding your hand along your chest, opening out. And when you've actually managed to open out, if it feels okay, looking in the opposite direction, and holding that for up to 5 breaths, if it feels comfortable. And as you're breathing out, just draw the navel in towards the spine. And then when you've taken your 5 breaths, sliding your hand across your chest, sliding your hand back down your arm and your palms back together. And then when you've completed the practice on that side, turning over, and we'll work on the other side. So again, palms together, arms out at shoulder level. And if you need to put something underneath your head, just grab something so that your head is comfortable. And then once more, start sliding that right palm up towards your elbow and then exhaling, palms back together again. So inhaling, sliding the palm up the arm as you exhale, palms back together. And then gradually taking the palm across the chest, exhaling, palms back together. And then eventually, as you slowly take your arm across, open your arm out. And if it feels comfortable, stay there for up to 5 breaths. If you need to put something underneath your arm, if your arm feels uncomfortable, just put a blanket or a cushion underneath that arm so that you can relax that arm while you take your 5 breaths. If it feels okay, you can turn your head to look at your right, to look over towards the right. And then as you're exhaling, drawing the navel in towards the spine. When you've taken your 5 breaths, coming back as slowly as you came into it, sliding the hand across the chest, sliding the hand down the arm until you've got your palms back together. And then coming up onto your hands and knees. So just checking that you're in the right position, that you've got your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. So we're going to work with a variation of Marjorie Asana, the cat pose. Just make sure that you've got your fingers spread and your weight is in the fleshy part of your hand so that you're not putting any pressure on your wrist. So you're going to inhale, dip your spine and look up. And then as you exhale, drawing the navel towards the spine and then floating your hips down towards your heels. So inhaling, coming back up, dipping the spine, looking up. Exhaling, rounding the spine as you draw the navel in towards the spine and take the hips back towards the heels. Just working 4 more rounds. Focusing on drawing the navel towards the spine on the exhalation. And when you've completed the practice, staying in the child's pose, maybe making fists with your hands, or you can place your arms at the side of your body. So either making fists with your hands and placing your forehead on your fist, or you can take your arms at the side of the body if that feels comfortable, with the forehead on the floor. Or even reaching the arms out, whichever feels comfortable. Opening your knees if you need to. And then coming up onto your hands and knees again. And just watching for a moment, because you're going to place your elbows underneath your shoulders. And just move your knees back a little. And then you're going to straighten your right leg out and really push into your heel so that you can feel all those muscles in the back of your leg working, your hamstring. And then exhaling, drawing the navel back towards the spine, but bringing the knee in. So you're going to work 5 times on the right leg, and then 5 times inhaling, straightening the leg on the left side. So I'll talk you through. So bending your elbows, placing your elbows underneath your shoulders. And then just walking your knees back a little. So inhaling, you're going to straighten your right leg and really push into your heel. Exhaling, drawing that knee back. So 5 times in total with the right leg, straightening the right leg. Really make sure you're not collapsing into the chest, so you're really lifting up out of your elbows. Exhaling, bringing your knee back. So just keeping your toes turned under and pushing into your heel. So working 5 rounds on the right and then 5 rounds on the left. Okay, so if it feels okay, it depends if this feels right for your body. You can take both legs back and come into a sort of a half plank. And then if it feels okay and you feel that it's right for you, just taking 5 easy breaths. But make sure you don't strain. Make sure you're drawing your navel back towards your spine on the exhalation. Make sure you're not sinking into your, collapsing into your chest. Make sure you don't strain. And then sinking back into the child's pose. Taking your hips back towards your heels. If you need to open your knees wide, that's fine. And just lengthening your arms or making fists with your hands and placing your forehead on your hands. And just notice how your body feels. And then coming up to standing. Okay, so I'll just adjust this so that you can see me. Okay, so we're going to work with a little sequence. It's called the warrior and starfish. So you're going to start with your legs nice and wide. So your toes pointing forwards and your palms together at your heart center. So we're going to stay in each posture for 3 breaths. So we'll take 3 nice easy breaths here. And then inhaling, bring your arms up into the starfish pose. Really reach your fingertips up towards the sky and look up. Stay for 3 easy breaths. And then bring your arms down to shoulder height. Turn your right toes towards the top of your mat and bend your knee into the warrior 2. And then look towards your right middle finger. Take 3 nice easy breaths. Really reaching your fingertips towards the side walls. Then turn your right palm up and your left hand towards your onto your left thigh. Inhale and reach your arm up towards the sky. Look up towards your hand. Just make sure that your knee is at a right angle to your ankle. And take your 3 easy breaths. Feel nice and strong in the left leg. And then bending your right elbow, placing your elbow on your right thigh. And then taking you can either take your back of your hand to the small of your back, or you can bring your arm over towards your ear. Take your 3 easy breaths. Coming back into warrior two. Your right knee's bent, looking towards your right middle finger. And then coming up into the starfish pose, turning your right toes forward again, looking up. Taking your 3 easy breaths. And then coming back, palms back together, taking 3 easy breaths. And then placing your arms at the side of the body, and just take a moment to notice how your body feels between the sides. So we're going to work on the other side in a moment. But just notice that nice triangle your legs are making, nice and firm, feeling your toes on the floor. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed, crown of the head lifting to the space up above. And then placing your palms together again. Really notice your fingers touching your thumbs. Notice your thumbs in your sternum. Taking 3 easy breaths. Inhaling, arms up. Look up into the starfish pose. 3 easy breaths. Coming into warrior two pose, turning your left toes out towards the top of the mat, bringing your arms down, bending your left knee. Make sure that that knee is over your ankle, isn't directly in line with your ankle, and then take 3 easy breaths, just gazing at the left middle finger. Really reaching those fingertips out to the side walls. The right leg nice and strong. Feel the edge of the right foot. Turn the left palm up and the right palm onto the right thigh. Inhale as you raise your left arm up, looking up at your hand. Take 3 easy breaths. And then bringing your left forearm, bending your left elbow, bringing your left forearm onto your left thigh. Bringing the back of the hand onto the small of the back. Make sure that your chest is nice and open. And if you feel it's okay, bringing your arm up towards your ear. But make sure you keep this chest nice and open and that right shoulder is towards the ceiling. So if you've got a tendency to round, just keep your the back of your hand onto your small of your back. So when you've taken your 3 into the warrior 2 pose, gazing at the left middle finger, taking your 3 easy breaths, checking that your knee is in line with your ankle. And then turning your left toes towards the front, inhaling into the starfish, reaching your fingertips up, looking up, and taking your 3 easy breaths. And then bringing your palms back together, feeling your fingers touching, feeling your thumbs at your sternum, and taking 3 easy breaths. And then your arms back down to your sides. And then heel toe your feet to get back together. So just standing in Tadasana for a few moments. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel all your 10 toes in contact with the floor. And feel your heels in contact with the floor. Just notice your knees are nice and soft. Notice the spine nice and straight. And as you exhale, drawing the navel back towards the spine. Check your shoulders are relaxed. Your arms relaxed at the side of your body. Notice your fingers. Notice your head and the crown of your head lifting to the space above you. So as you inhale the next time, you're going to inhale, raise your arms up towards the ceiling, come up onto your toes, hold the breath in for a moment, and then exhaling, coming down and releasing your heels down. So working 4 more rounds, inhaling, nice soft arms up, coming up onto your toes. Hold the breath in for a moment, and then exhaling, nice soft arms coming down, and then bring your heels down. So 5 times in total. Just nice soft arms. And focus on drawing the navel towards the spine as you exhale and bring the arms down. And then coming down to lay in Advasana on your front. So we're going to just go into the flapping fish pose for a few breaths. So coming onto your front, making pillows with your hands, placing your forehead on the back of your hand. And then you're going to slide your right elbow towards, so you're going to slide your right knee up towards your right elbow. And then slide your right elbow towards your right knee. So that your head is in the crook of your left elbow. And just focus on the breath. And focus on drawing the navel in towards the spine as you exhale. As you inhale, you're going to focus on expanding the abdomen. focusing on exhaling and drawing the navel towards the spine. And then gently straightening that right leg to join the left leg. And then bringing your elbows back to the center. So changing sides now, so you're going to draw your left knee towards your left elbow. And then draw your left elbow towards your left knee. And then you'll have your head in the crook of your right elbow. And once again, focusing on drawing the navel in towards the spine on the exhalation. And when you're ready, coming up to a comfortable sitting position for pranayama practice. Okay, so bring that down a bit closer. Okay, so we're going to work with panting breath today. I'm not sure if we've done this for a long time. So basically, I'll just demonstrate first. So you're going to make sure that your spine is nice and straight first of all. Your hands on your knees. So you're going to well, we'll just work on, before we start, we'll work on relaxing the body and relaxing the abdomen. And then you're going to lean forward. So don't do it yet. Just going to lean forward, straightening the arms a little bit, keeping the head up. And you're going to stick your tongue out and breathe in and out with the tongue held out. It's like almost like panting, like a dog. So it'll be a little bit like this. can bring your tongue in. But that it's very good for activating the fire in the belly. So it's activating all the power that's within you. So when you're breathing in and out through the mouth, you're expanding and contracting the abdomen as you breathe. So the breath should be passive. It's not strained in any way. So you're breathing in and out because you're expanding and contracting the abdomen. So working with 10 breaths with the tongue out, and then bring the tongue in and just breathe normally for a few breaths. And we'll do 3 rounds. So between each round, just breathe normally. And then when you're ready, starting again with the next round. So is everyone okay with that? Okay. So just making sure that you're sitting up nice and straight. You can feel the, just have your legs comfortable. And you can feel them supporting your body. Spine. Notice that plumb line coming up from the earth. And the head balanced on top of the spine. The crown of the head reaching up towards the space above. And starting to focus on the breath in the abdomen. Notice the abdomen expanding with the in-breath, contracting with the out-breath. And on the out-breath, consciously draw the navel back towards the spine. And then when you're ready, starting your 3 rounds of the panting breath. So you're going to straighten your elbows, lean forward a little bit, keep your head up, take your tongue out and pant 10 times in and out. Breathing normally between each round. And then taking anything that you need to keep yourself warm and comfortable for Yoga Nidra practice. So laying down in Shavasana now, making yourself comfortable. So checking that the body is in a straight line. Just check that the back of the neck is nice and long with the chin tucked in. The shoulders relaxed away from the ears. And the arms at the sides of the body, but just have a little bit of space underneath the armpits. And the legs and feet a little bit apart, with the feet falling out sideways. And just allow the body to settle on the floor. Just make sure that you're comfortable making any last adjustments now so that you can remain still throughout the practice. Just keeping your eyes closed, relaxing all the muscles around the eyes. Just allow the forehead to soften. Just allow the scalp to drop backwards into the earth. Relaxing your cheeks. Relaxing the mouth. Notice the lips together, the place where the lips meet, that point of contact where the lips meet. And notice the point of contact at the back of the head and the floor. Point of contact between the shoulder blades and the floor. Notice the point of contact between any parts of the back that are in contact with the floor. The contact of the buttocks on the floor. The parts of the backs of the legs that are in contact with the floor. Notice the heels and the contact between the floor and the heels. That plane of contact between the parts of the body and the floor. And then notice how your covers and your clothes feel on your skin. The contact of your clothes and your covers on your skin. Just notice the weight of your clothes and your covers. And then start to notice any sounds that you can hear. The sounds in the distance. Just notice the furthest sound you can hear, the furthest away. Don't try to analyze any sound, just notice it and move on to the next one. And now's the time to make your resolve, your sankalpa. So stating your sankalpa mentally to yourself 3 times with faith and feeling. And now we're going to go on a journey around the body. So we start with the right hand thumb. So focusing on the right hand thumb, the second finger, the third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, right shoulder, armpit, side, waist, hip, thigh, right kneecap, back of the knee, shin, calf muscle, ankle, heel, top of the foot, sole of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe, the whole of the right side of the body. Take your awareness now to the left-hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, left elbow, upper arm, left shoulder, armpit, side, waist, hip, thigh, left kneecap, back of the knee, shin, calf muscle, ankle, heel, top of the foot, sole of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe, the whole of the left side of the body. Be aware of the right buttock, the left buttock, the whole length of the spine, the whole of the back, the right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, back of the neck, back of the head, the crown of the head, the forehead, right temple, left temple, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the eyebrow center, the right eye, the left eye, right nostril, left nostril, the tip of the nose, right cheek, left cheek, right ear, left ear, top lip, bottom lip, the place where the lips meet, the chin, the throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, the center of the chest, the whole of the rib cage, the navel, the abdomen, and the groin. Become aware of the whole right leg, the whole left leg, both legs together, the whole right arm, the whole left arm, both arms together, the whole of the back of the body, the whole of the front of the body, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body, lying silently still, completely still apart from the gentle movement of the breath. Become aware of the breath. And feel the movement in and out of the lungs, the flow of the breath in and out of the lungs. Don't try to change the rhythm of the breathing, just notice it. The automatic nature of the breath. No effort, the body breathing all by itself. And be aware of the movement of the navel. Just concentrate on the navel, the movement of the navel. Navel rising and falling with every breath. It may only be a slight movement. Don't change anything, just notice the movement of the breath in the navel. The movement synchronizes with the breath. Letting go of the awareness of the breath now. Visualize a lotus flower with 10 petals. A lotus flower with 10 petals. A red lotus flower. A red lotus flower with 10 petals. Just see this red lotus flower with 10 petals inside the space of the body. Be aware of the lotus flower with 10 petals. And observe each petal independently. Observe each red petal. The lotus flower with 10 petals. Observing each petal independently. And now just imagine you can reduce the size of this lotus flower and take it into the region of Manipura. That point in the spine, just behind the navel center. Let's place it in that region, in Manipura. That red lotus flower with 10 petals. And see that lotus flower surrounded by a golden halo. That lotus flower now surrounded by a golden halo. In the spine, just behind the navel center. Manipura Chakra, that center of vitality, energy, strength, and stamina. Just visualizing that red lotus flower with 10 petals, surrounded by a golden halo. Letting go of that visualization now, bringing your awareness back to your breath. Noticing the rise and fall of the navel with the breath. Subtle breath, the breath, spontaneous breath, the body breathing all by itself. Bringing back to mind now your sankalpa, that resolve that you made at the beginning of the practice. And stating your sankalpa to yourself 3 times with faith and feeling. Getting ready now to externalize your mind, becoming aware of the room that you're in. Your body lying on the floor in the room. Just notice your body lying still and quiet on the floor. Your body breathing all by itself, completely relaxed and at ease. Notice the walls of the room that you're in, the ceiling. Notice the doors and the windows. And then be aware of any sounds that you can hear. practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. So just taking your awareness down to the soles of your feet. And making some small movements with your toes and your feet. And start stretching your legs. And taking your awareness to your hands and your fingers. Start to make some small movements with your fingers and your hands. Stretch your arms. And very gently turning your head from one side to the other. And then when you're ready, drawing your knees up towards your chest and gently hugging your knees. And then turning over onto your right side. And when you're ready, coming up to a comfortable sitting position, keeping your eyes softly closed. And we'll chant the mantra Om 3 times together to finish the class. Taking a breath in. And rubbing your hands together to create some heat in the palms of your hands. Place your warm palms over your closed eyelids. And then opening your eyes into the darkness. And allowing chinks of light to come in through your fingertips. Then drawing your hands down to your laps when you're ready. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you. And just thank your body for working so hard for you this morning. And we say Namaste.